With Northwest Arkansas missing out on last night's severe weather, you might be wondering if it's a less active severe weather season. So we want to check back in with Robert. And Robert, you've been looking at the data tonight. So what have you found?
Some pretty interesting numbers, actually, Jamie, about when you look at last year's severe weather season compared to this year's. The numbers are pretty striking. So I want to start out with an overall picture of where we are from 2020. So take a look at some of these graphics here that you're going to see on your screen. It's not a lot, but this is last year from January 1st until today. Tulsa office of the Weather Service issuing 250 severe weather warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings actually. Now if we roll this to this year, you can see how much lower they are. Just 127 out of the Tulsa office. Actually pretty much down across the board here across the country. Severe weather down this year. So if we zoom it in for a more detailed look here, you can see just how far behind we are last year to this year. Just 163 severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings when you join those together. Now, when we zoom it in for our area, this time last year, 318 severe thunderstorm warnings were issued for our area in Northwest Arkansas, as well as LaFleur and Sequoyah County in Oklahoma. This year, that number is just 100. That is very striking for severe thunderstorm warnings. When we look at tornado warnings at this time last year, 28 had been issued. This year, slice it in half. Just 14, in fact, no tornado warnings, thankfully, this year for Madison County. We had that outbreak back in May, I believe. And then when you look at flash flooding as well, that's about pretty close to the same here. 63 flash flood warnings have been issued for Northwest Arkansas as well as the River Valley, compared to 54 this year. Now, what's important to note here is our furthest east counties. We're talking about Johnson County, Scott County, not included in this because that's the Little Rock office of the Weather Service. So we're just focusing on the Tulsa area here, which controls about 95% of our area, Jamie. So pretty much everything down across the board when you look at severe weather from 2020 to this year, but we know that how quickly the weather can change in this area.